Hello. Dirty trucker. We got a problem here. On Monday, I took the car to Uncle Ed's oil change. Got an oil change. Before I went there, I contacted Hertz Maintenance. They created a voucher for me to go up there. I went up there. There was a young man performing the oil change. He was the only one there by himself all day. The young man put the information in about the car. He performed the oil change, gave me a receipt. I drove off. Ain't thinking nothing of it. Until today, I get a message from Hertz telling me to take the car back up to the location. It needs attention. They won't extend the rental. So, I said, this must be something about the oil change, because I had this problem before. Got an oil change, and they didn't send the completed work order to the company so they can close it out. So I get the maintenance department on the phone, Hertz Maintenance. I call Hertz Maintenance. I get a male on the phone. He sounded like he was Caucasian. He is telling me he sees the work order, but there's no information. It's an open order. I said, well, I have the sticker in the window saying that the work order was completed. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna let you see the license plate of the car. What did that say? It says 413. Even in focus. Damn, this damn camera. Hold on. 413. What did that? Let me see. Hold on. I don't want you to see the information with this damn car. Damn, everything's showing up clear but that. What'd I say? Uncle Ed's oil change. I went there on 413. Harper St. Clair Shores. Sorry, that's going to be upside down when you get to this portion of the video. I go up there. Now, the guy, got the Caucasian guy from customer service on Hertz Maintenance. He tells me he don't see where the car had any work done. Nothing was done. That's what he tell me. He tell me this damn unbelievable bullshit ass story. Nothing was done. I got an oil change sticker in my window, but nothing was done. So, now if I can't get the car extended, that means I'm going to have to turn it in. If I have to turn it in, I'm not going to have any income. They playing games. Their whole day is a game, and it has something to do with that dumbass bitch and her daughter that got in this goddamn car and caused all them problems and hit their car with a brick. Because you want to know why? Let me show you what I see. So they asked, wait a minute, let me finish the story. So I talked to the Caucasian guy. I said, well, I'll go back up there and get the receipt. Whatever. Get to see what's what. Because I know he finished it. No shop does any work unless they are approved to do the work. This 2025. Ain't nobody that fucking stupid. But they like to get on this phone and talk that stupid ass shit to me. He talking about, well, it shows you ain't do nothing. What are you talking about? Is you talking about getting the oil change, or you talking about something in my life? What are you talking about? Well, it shows you ain't doing it. I ain't accusing you. I know you not finna accuse me of doing shit. So, I told him the oil change was done. I got a fucking sticker in the window. So, I drive all the way back out here to Uncle Ed's oil change in St. Clair Shores. The young man that performed the oil change is not working today. The other two that normally there was working today. The other two black dudes that normally work there was there today. So I pull in, they pull me in the bay. I tell them the company says they don't have the completed work order. There's nothing on the computer. He said they had an open work order. That's what the guy told me from Hertz. He said they had an open work order. So this guy says, I'm the one that pushes the work orders. We don't have an open work order. If we had an open work order, he would know it. He turned the computer around. There's no open work order. He goes in the back and get a stack of receipts. He pulled my receipt. Now, this the funny part of how he just went. I don't know. I don't remember if he went before he looked at the VIN number or after he looked at the VIN number. He came out with the receipt. I think he may have asked me my name. Told him Juanita and gave him my last name. He come out with a stack of receipts about that thick. Printed, copied receipts, stapled together. Pull my receipt. Ain't that your receipt? Yeah, I see the oil change and I see the balance is 0. So I get Hertz customer service on the phone. Get this young girl. She gets on the phone. I said, well, I'm here at the oil change place. They said they don't have an open work order here. They pushed all the work orders through. He actually showed me the receipt. She wanted the last date of the VIN. So I drove off. Didn't think nothing of it. I pulled outside and I think I ended up calling him back when I was outside. I pull out and I call him. I end up hanging up. And I call back. Get the same lady again, the same young girl. And she tells me, well, I see the problem. I see 2 work orders. I'm not knowing at the time you can't have 2 work orders at the same time. She said, well, I see what the problem is. I said, yeah, I came here. They said you had an open work order. He said, there's nothing open on the end here. He said, no, that was the first time I called. The very first time I called. And he said there's nothing open on this end. So the young lady said, I see 2 work orders on here. I'm gonna cancel one. So she canceled it. I'm thinking nothing of it. Nothing. After she canceled her work order. So I don't know what made me have to call back. But I end up calling back. And I get the guy. I don't want to say his name. You got to excuse me. I'm calming down from being upset. They got me so highly upset. I need to go in the hospital. I get the guy on the phone. Spoke to. His name is Josh. I'm going to go ahead and give him that. His name is Josh. I'm speaking to Josh. Now, Josh looks up and I'm telling this story. About this work order issue. That the guy, I got an alert from Hertz talking about bring the car back. They can't extend it because it needs attention. I got to retell the story all over again. And the guy ended up getting me to drive all the way back up to the oil change place to get there to find out that there is no open work order on their end. And he had actually produced a receipt from when I was there. And then I drove out. And I called back. Oh, I know why I called back. I called back because the girl said I had 2 open work orders. 2 open work orders. That's why I called back. I get the guy Josh. So Josh gets on the phone. I give him the vehicle rental record number. And he said, let me look into this. And he looks it up. He said, I don't see 2 work order numbers on here, but I do see. And then I gave him the work order. I'm going to make a long story short. I gave him the work order voucher number that they gave me to go get the oil change. Well, he sees that's been deleted. She deleted. That's the wrong one she deleted. Well, I said, the young lady I spoke to after I got back to the shop, and the guys told me that there was no open work order, that he had pushed that work order through. Everything was completed. And he actually showed me the receipt. He said, well, he said, you can't have 2 open work orders on here. Our system don't work that way. I said, well, that means that girl was lying. Now, he didn't want to confirm she was lying, but I said, according to what you just said, that means that girl just deliberately lied on the phone. She sat there and told me that there was 2 work orders on the account, because I was asking her, because I called back to find out what was the other work order for. That's why I called back. You got 2 open work orders. What was the other work order for? I only had a work order to get the oil changed. It put windshield wiper fluid in the car. So, she proceeds with the story that she sees 2 work orders. I see the problem. I see 2 work orders on here. So I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna cancel this one. Okay, if you see 2 work orders and you cancel one, that means it should be left with the work order when I came in there on Monday. So, it was her story about deleting the second work order. The reason why I called back the third time and got this guy Josh. I tells him this ridiculous ass story. He's looking on the computer. He tells me, well, I don't see any work completed on the car. He said the actual first Caucasian guy I talked to with customer service on Hertz end was right. He said, I don't see a work order. I don't see anything. And then I said, then he tells me the girl, then I gave him the voucher number from Hertz to go get the oil change. I read it off to him. He tells me that's the number the girl deleted. I said, okay, well, she deleted that, then there should be another work order there, because she said she saw two. The reason why she deleted it, which was caused that message to be sent to me about extending the rental. He don't see a work order. So now, I had to drive all the way back out there. Now, I get back out there. The young boy, not the one that did the oil change, but the other one that was there with the other black dude. That young boy is still there. But the black dude that showed me the receipt with my name on it and the bill for the damn car is no longer there. So, there's a Caucasian guy. He ended up pulling in when I was out there talking to the young lady on the phone the first time. And I left and came back. I was gone 10 minutes. 10 minutes, turn back around and go back up there, because I got Josh on the phone. So, I get back up there, talk to this manager, tell him this story. He said, we can't have an open work order here. We can't leave the property if we got an open work order. I said, but that's what they're telling me. You had an open work order. It's possible y'all didn't get paid for the oil change. I said, could we get a copy of the receipt? Now, this guy, he's the manager of Uncle Ed's oil change out there on Harper and St. Clair Shores. This guy tells me that he don't have a receipt. They can't go in the computer and pull up a receipt. I said, well, the guy was just here. I left here just 10 minutes ago. The black dude came out your office with a stack of receipts, and he had the receipt. Could we just get a copy of that? He said, this guy, I had Josh on the phone. He said he needs a copy of the receipt. He needs a copy of the receipt. This guy tells me that the black dude shredded it. That he shredded all the receipts that was back there on the desk after I left. And then he left. Which was suspicious and odd. I said, you don't have no way of getting a receipt? No, told me to tell the guy Josh on the phone to call Uncle Ed's corporate number, which is their customer service number, which nobody's answering. It goes to voicemail. So he told him, the manager at Uncle Ed's, I've been going to this place ever since I've been renting a car. I've been going there for over a year. I've been recommending people to go to this place. He tells me to tell Josh, but then you need to leave a message so they can call you back. They will call you back in an hour. This whole thing is a game and a fucking setup. The police was in the area when I was going out there. When I just got back downtown, Detroit police in the area. What the fuck going on here? Did you set this up to aggravate the fuck out of me? On purpose? So, long story short, ain't no receipt. He done shredded it. Now, Josh got to call corporate. I said, do you have corporate number? He said, this company should have corporate. Like, I just brought a car up there and got it billed for an oil change without them knowing the shit. They've been checking the VIN number. Detroit police got all the information about the car. You've been running everything about this car, talking about everything match up. What the fuck? Has this car been involved in a crime? Hell no, because I've been driving it. Why is you running shit on this damn car? So, yeah, it's involved in a crime now, because the girl brandished her gun on my ass, and her daughter threw that brick. So, I'm like, what the fuck going on here? This is the most ridiculous story I ever heard. You mean to tell me from Monday, you ain't got the completed work order on your computer? He talking about it. They got auto-integrated. They use an auto-integrated system that generates the completed work order. Which number they generate is different from the voucher number that Hertz give me to go get the work performed. So I said, well, it sounds like an issue with auto-integrated. Because when he tried to get customer service with Uncle Ed's, voicemail instant. So the manager there tell him to leave a voicemail. But back to the young lady. I'm jumping around. Back to the young lady. Before we get off the phone, I said, what's the work order? What was the work order for? And then she goes into this conversation because I told her it don't make sense. See, people like to get attitudes and start hanging up on you. And then when you relate it back to them what they did, they start copying attitudes. So this girl going talking about, well, I'm not going to argue with you. That's the shit that happened in this goddamn car. That bitch set her ass back there and argued. I wasn't arguing with that bitch. Didn't I tell you they throw something at the car? The daughter did. So I'm looking for the receipt. He asked me, do I have a receipt? I said, I don't keep the receipts. I tore it up. I don't know where I threw it at. And probably wherever I threw it at, it's probably the garbage been dumped. I'm at the two places where I thought I possibly could have thrown it at the car wash and then Speedway gas station. They done pulled their garbage already. I'd have been in both barrels here. I don't see it. So I told you the girl threw a brick, her daughter. Why I get here and look at what I see here. Bricks at the gas station, at the car wash. You're not going to tell me this ain't some setup bullshit. This girl deliberately lied. After speaking to Josh on the phone, who now tells me, I said, now, the first guy I spoke to said, it looks like the car ain't never been worked on. I said, that's impossible. I just showed you the sticker. I just showed you the sticker. You see the sticker. Uncle Ed, 413. St. Clair Shores, Harper. That mean the oil was changed. See, I had this problem before. I got a message from Hertz talking about they couldn't extend a rental. I called the location. They said it was because of the oil change. So I called the maintenance department. And just so happened, when I called her, she talking about they just got the receipt. That's a game being played here with this company and everybody else. And I'm sick of these games. If I end up having to turn this car in and lose my income because you playing a motherfucking game, I'm sick of this goddamn shit. You understand me? I'm sick of it. Everybody been playing fucking games here. Setting up shit. So, my chest hurt. My heart is racing. My eyes is watery from anger that I can't get my car extended, possibly because they claim they ain't got the oil change completed work order, which I don't believe. And then he tells me, this is the Josh guy, hold on. This is the Josh guy. He tells me, because I told him the story the young lady told me. There were 2 work orders on there. What's the other work order number? And you know, if you got 2 work orders, she says she deleted one, it should be a work order left. So that's when he tells me that it's impossible to have 2 work orders at the same time. So I said, based upon what you just said, that confirms the girl told me a lie. And she told it deliberate. I said, you need to get her and the other guy that told me that there's no work order showing on this account, get them in your HR department and have a talk with them and find out who lying. And we already determined she's lying. So, and she also said she deleted the work order number. He told me that's impossible to delete a work order that's in progress or completed. That's what he told me. But she told me she deleted a work order number, and he just told me the number I repeated to him about the voucher to go get the work order done was deleted. So evidently somebody got deletion power here. And that shit you telling me ain't true. So the girl talking about, well, I ain't gonna argue with you. Same shit that girl, they been sitting here in the car always trying to make it look like you arguing with them. No, you don't like hearing that you've been lying. The girl hung the phone up. I ended up calling her back. I ended up calling back and got her. See, that's when you know a game involved. you call back and get the same representative that hung the fuck up on you. Every time, I told this Josh, I said, every time I talk to your young representatives here, you have a problem. He said, we working from home. I said, that's another problem. You working at home and ain't everybody ain't on the same page. She probably in the kitchen cooking, going in people's accounts, messing up stuff on the account. I said, you might have did have the work order, completed work order. She might have deleted it. You don't know. She said it was 2 work orders on the account. One had nothing in it. Okay, if one had nothing in it, then it should have been one left with this completed work order on it. Long story short, now, I done went back up to Uncle Ed's 4 times. The manager sitting up there getting upset because I came in there to ask for the corporate number, because now this Josh guy gets a customer service number that went to voicemail. You got a company that has you as one of their vendors. They have an issue with a billing and getting the receipt for a service done, and you ain't got nobody answering the phones. You get paid to answer the phone, and ain't nobody answering the fucking phone. See, when they did all this, let people go home to work, these customer service rep, and they not in the office where there's a supervisor readily available to oversee what they doing, to get transferred to. I asked the girl to give me a supervisor. She took all day doing that, so then she ended up hanging up. That's what they do. I ended up getting off early yesterday to get some rest because I'm exhausted. To get out here to get an alert from Hertz. Alerting me that in 2 days I possibly won't have no income because they ain't got a receipt for a fucking ass oil change. Talking about they auto integrate service. Talking about if it's a problem with they auto integrate, you might have to go back and talk to Uncle Ed's. I said, I done told you. These are from 2 managers that they sent it. They sent it to you. I don't know why it's not showing on your system. This the games they play. Then he tells me after I get damn near all the way home, well, the only thing we could do is possibly give you another voucher. Have you go back up there, let them repeat the oil change. They're not going to actually do another oil change. Just put it back in so we can get that one. Because we don't have the first one. So that one ain't going to get paid. But it's already paid. Because he showed me the voucher. Oil change was $48. The balance said 0. I saw my name. He asked when they was looking up the information, asked for the last 8 of the VIN. The guy that did the work or pushed all the work orders when he came in today. He said, I'm the one to do the work orders. If I come in and it's an open with it, I'm one. If there was an open work order, I would see it. There's no open work orders. We can't. Then the other manager, the Caucasian one that I was actually dealing with today, said they can't leave as an open work order. All this lying going on. Then it upset me. All this fucking lying. Over a goddamn $48 receipt for a fucking oil change. The last time I went there, we sat in the bay for 45 minutes because they put the information in about the car that needed the oil change. It actually needed an air filter and a cabin filter. And they took all day getting the approval. So I had to sit over there and hold up a bay for 45 minutes. It was close to closing before they got it approved. Then I had to get on the phone and call them. Talking about they just approved it, give it 5-10 minutes, and then get it done. So now this guy telling me, how long did it take to get the oil change? I said, this is a 10-minute oil shop. He said, was you in and out? I said, yeah. He said, that might be the problem because we did not supposed to be in and out. This is a 10-minute oil shop. I've been coming here for over a year. We in and out when they put the shit in the system right. They put it in, then I'm there because you already know I'm coming here for the oil change. They put it in. They're not going to do no service on this car if it's not approved. And even a young man, he asked me for my personal phone number to put on a receipt. I don't leave a personal phone number. I can give you the maintenance number. You have any issues, you contact their maintenance. So at the end of the business day, if that boy had an open issue or open work order, he would have called Hertz and got it taken care of. This whole day has been nothing but a lie. Just games back and forth. The guy Josh I'm talking to, he laughing on the phone. The young man that was still up there that was with the black dude that showed me the receipt, he got a smirk in his face. The white Caucasian manager, he getting an attitude telling me to step out the garage now because I said it didn't make sense. Because it don't make sense. I came back up here because the company, Hertz, did this. Hertz caused all this. Came back up here because they said there was an open work order. It was showing that this car wasn't worked on. I came up there. He said it was worked on. And there is no open work order. And he showed me the receipt. But now this guy is supposedly, I left just 10 minutes. I was gone before I got in contact with this Josh guy at Hertz. I was only gone from Uncle Ed's 10 minutes. I get back up there because now Josh telling me he don't see that the car was worked on, that the original guy I spoke to with Hertz was correct. We don't see that the car was worked on. We don't have the receipt. I said, well, they said it was sent. He said, well, do you have a receipt? No, I tore up mine. I don't keep them. Because you do everything on the computer. I don't keep your receipts. They said, but they had it up at the shop. I said, well, I'll go back and get a copy of the shop. I go back up there. That's when the white Caucasian manager tells me they don't have a receipt anymore. I said, you just had it 10 minutes ago. He came out with a stack off your desk. He told me the guy, the black dude, shredded him. Where's he at? He left. So you just happen to be up in that shop today when we had an issue with the billing to show me the bill, and then you go in the office and shred it and then leave. And now I've never been to a shop to where if a customer need to go back and get a copy of a receipt that you couldn't produce a receipt. Uncle Ed's on Harper in St. Clair Shores told me they have no way of producing a receipt and kept calling the receipt that he showed me from the back a photocopy. That's not a photocopy. It was a printed copy, 2 pages stapled on top of a stack of a bunch of other ones. He done shredded it. So this Josh guy asked me, do you have any of the shredded? He ain't got it. So he telling Josh to do his job. He said, they got you doing all this stuff, going back and forth. Tell him to do his damn job. You ain't got no business having to come up here. You ain't got no business doing it, which he's right. I ain't got no business having to go nowhere to do none of this. He was right. They need to do their job. I said, I was up here and I knew he had the receipt. So I came back. I could have got a screenshot of it just to send it to this guy. Because evidently the receipt has a different invoice number on it for him to search for it on auto integrate. It don't have the voucher number that I was given to take up there to get the oil change. He need the invoice number. I don't have it. Now, and this guy mysteriously shredded it. But the guy, the Caucasian guy at the shop gets upset because I came in there, because they let me in the garage. I said, well, Josh said do you have a different corporate number? Because the one he called with the voicemail. And nobody, and then he tried to call the shop and nobody was answering. The manager standing there. Is that my problem I didn't answer? Well, yeah, it's the shop. He called. He said, I got a line of cars. I understand you do. When I got here, you only had one bay working. Now I come back, you got both bays working. When I got the oil change Monday, it was only one guy there. That was that young guy. And he was doing everything. Putting in the computer and the oil change by himself on Monday. So, said the other guy called off or something. So, now he done got upset because I done mentioned to him, because I said, when I came in here, I said, that don't make sense. That you would shred that receipt that quick after I came in here stating that Hertz said they didn't receive it and you possibly didn't get paid and it might be a billing error. You might not have got paid. Why would he shred that receipt? He's telling me they can't look up the receipt now. Hertz got to call corporate. I don't believe none of this shit. All of them was lying. This whole ordeal has upset everybody across the board. You got me riding around, burning gas, looking for something I already know they got. Then while we're on the phone, Josh tells me the Hertz on their end in the maintenance department, one of the managers reopen the work order. Why would you reopen the work order if ain't nobody talk to you? If you reopen the work order, that means you got the receipt for the work order. Now you jeopardizing my income to do what? You keep running me out there. And that guy said, that's not my job. And it ain't my job. It's not my job to do your fucking goddamn job.